Hey, my name is Jensler, and today we are interviewing our Design Frontier judges.
Hi, my name is Soon. I'm a UX designer at Axos Bank, and I help design the account opening application process, and then also the admin portal side of things too on the back end.
Hi, my name is Alan. I am a UX engineer at Illumina. On a day-to-day, I work with and contribute to the Illumina design system, but also make sure that the best user experience can be applied to the products that I work on.
Hey, I'm Julia. I'm a product designer at ServiceNow. I specifically work on the visual experience for conversational interfaces and AI.
My name is Andrew Nguyen. I am a experience design and UX consultant at Arup. I sit in our digital data and geospatial team, so I mostly work with clients in the built environment space. That's architecture, engineering, and construction to define requirements for software projects, digital products.
Hey everybody, Dexter Zavalza, Conversational AI Design Lead and Conversational AI SME at Deloitte Consulting, based here in San Diego, California.
From your own experience, what would you say would be a common obstacle that you face?
It's a good question. I work with a lot of clients in my consulting role, and as clients are, they all have their own varying opinions, they all have their varying levels of digital maturity, and so it's really about finding the balance between what they're able to do and what they're able to sort of swallow, while also being able to provide them with the best possible outcomes, whether it's digital solutions and products, or whether it's a new service, a better way of doing things, or even just a change in mindset for their organization.
I think the biggest obstacle is having to work with so many different teams and the context switching that you have to do there. There's so many different people that you're working with, and every team has their own priorities. Sometimes, because I'm a visual designer, my team is focused on getting the best visual experience out there, but that doesn't necessarily line up with other teams.
I think empathy for the end user, which sounds a little bit strange because it's like, isn't that what we're doing? And I think that the reason why I raised that is because one of the big trends right now is increasing accessibility in a lot of UIs, and you have to understand, how different levels of color blindness. You have to understand different motor, challenges someone may have. You have to understand all these different conditions that a lot of very good designers are working on, but we also have to learn and catch up.
Relating it to this event, what would you say? Do you have a specific criteria or checklist that you look for when looking at participants' ideas?
I think I don't have a set checklist. I don't work like that. I'm a very big picture person. So I think the thing I would be looking for most is what is the core problem that we're trying to address, and how is their brainstorm and ideation process on really trying to get out all the kinks of what's the best approach to this. So I really focus in on critical thinking.
So I work in conversational design, which is voice user interfaces. And so I think that for me, I'm not used to seeing a lot of that here, given that it's hard to train for that in an academic environment. But a lot of folks do pivot and I think transition very well from more visual, GUI or graphic user interface based stuff into the voice world. So I'm always looking at folks that are really thinking omni-channel or thinking multi-channel. Can we get away from just a mobile app as the single solution? That for me ends up being some of the most interesting things.
So personally, what I'm looking for, or at least the ones that will most likely stand out to me, are the ones that create a very clear measure of success. Right? The ones that's hey, we have a problem, there's a solution that we're proposing, and here's how we're going to measure if we know this is going to be successful. And this is the trend we want to achieve.
So for current designers right now pursuing their career, what would be one piece of advice that you'd love to give to them?
Don't define yourself in terms of where you want to be in 5 years. Think about where you are now and what pathways you have open to you as a student, as someone who's still got a lot of opportunity to take risks and do bold things.
It's not really design skill so much as it is just getting reps in talking about your designs, talking about a case study, hitting the different design buzzwords and being knowledgeable about that, presenting it in front of other people.
Don't be afraid to ask questions. I think when I was earlier, I had a younger student, I would be kind of afraid to admit things that I didn't know. But as years have gone by, I think being able to admit that and reaching out for help has really helped me grow as a designer.
I think the biggest challenge for all of us at some point in our career is having to design against constraints, right? It's never the perfect budget. It's never the perfect technology stack to work against. It's never the perfect data or API availability. You really do have to design against the conditions you wake up to every day. I would encourage people to embrace, to look forward to, and to understand that's a natural part of being a professional designer.
Thank you so much for this interview.
Awesome. Love seeing you guys, the great work you're doing here at UC San Diego. Thank you again to Design Co., the Design Lab faculty, and everybody here.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Awesome. Cool, I enjoy this stuff, guys.